Hey Joshua, this is Natasha Gomez, one of your classmates, and I am videoing you from Connecticut. And thank you so much for your post. I thought it was really cute the way you added pictures of your grandma and grandpa, and your grandfather sounds like he is a very hard worker. And your story made me remember a story that my mother had told me when I was filling this out. This book is for temple usage. It's called My Family, and it says stories that bring us together. So it's like a little family history starter kit. And I started filling this out last year, and I was able to do baptisms for the first time in my family last year. And that was a really nice experience. But I'd like to share with you a story of my great grandfather. Actually, not my great grandfather, he was my great great grandfather. So, my great great grandfather's name was Rupert Trevelyan Coombs, and he is from Cuba. And he was born in the 1900s in 1909. And as you can imagine, segregation and racism was definitely a thing at that time period. And it was very difficult for him to find a job. And at this point, he had 7 or 8 children, and he had gone searching for work with a group of men. And he found a woman, a white woman, who was offering positions for work. And while they were talking, she had dropped her napkin, her tissue, on the ground, and she said, "I've dropped my tissue. Which one of you is going to pick it up?" And none of the men moved. Nobody moved because of their pride, and, they wanted to stand strong and all that jazz. But my great great grandfather, he bent down, regardless of the embarrassment and shame and just discrimination being presented here. He bent down and he picked up that napkin. And guess who got the job? My grandfather. And because of this job, he was able to send each one of his children to America. And the product is me in America years later. I'm able to freely practice religion. I'm able to partake of the awesome rights and privileges we have here in America. So go USA and go Grandpa. Thank you for that. And I'd like to also share with you a story about my grandfather, not my great great grandfather or my great, just my grandpa. He also struggled while working here. He immigrated from Puerto Rico, and he came here in like the 1920s and 1930s or so. He was much older than my grandmother, so this is like about the same time that my great great grandfather was alive. But anyways, he was a single parent, and he worked on a like construction site with a crane, and one of the cranes actually fell on his foot. And because of the discrimination that was going on, nobody would give him a ride to the hospital. This man had to drive himself to the hospital, and he did. And he recovered and he healed and he kept on working really, really hard. And because of it, again, my mother was able to have a healthy upbringing, and she was able to bring me into this world. And now I'm the only member in my family, and I'm able to share love, hope, and peace with the rest of my family. So thanks to my great great grandfather's hard work ethic, I'm able to just live a smooth life. And I guess I just have a testimony of work, and if we work hard, great things will come to pass. And thank you again for sharing. Bye.